Surviving the current crisis as migrants. That's our topic. And our guest this morning, let me just talk a little bit about her. Permit me. Our guest is no other person but Miss Amaka is a politician with the Partij van de Arbeid, that's Labour Party, Southeast District. She is also popular guest on radio, on political and social matters. Welcome, Ama. Welcome to Radio Voice of Niger, Amaka.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure seeing you with your beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Well, as an introduction, everywhere across the cities and the country, the look on people's faces portray uncertainty and insecurity. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Governments are looking everywhere to make economic leaks until better time rolls in again. That's what we feel. Yeah. Okay. Everyone is expected to readjust themselves to new physical and economic realities confronting us right now. So not only here in the Netherlands, but all over the world, I believe.
Yes.
You know, the one of Netherlands is really baffling to me. So as migrants, changes in the economy easily affect us in the times of job layoffs and reduce purchasing power, you know, among us. And in this broadcast, we would like to discuss the likely impact on the migrant community of the current and the impending changes being effected by the central and local governments from 2012. Okay. So we want to discuss the changes from central and also from local government sector. We want to know what is really happening. So our first question right now to you is, it is now officially known that the Netherlands is in a recession. What does that mean to the ordinary listener or person who does not understand this economic jargon?
Okay. Wow. Have to re-evaluate my me being economical classes when I was in the high school.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, what is going on? I think you said it well. It's not only the Netherlands. It's all over the world. That's why we are feeling it, because the economical crisis is something that it started, I think, with the banks when. If we all remember, the banks giving out loans to people who were not able to pay it back. I think the main hit was in America and the United States, and then it spread all over the world and everything. And right now, the effect of it has been so bad that we all over the world, we are feeling it. And in the Netherlands too, we are feeling it. And us being in the recession right now means that our economy, instead of growing, is declining. And our economy declining also means that people are not spending. We don't have, so we can't spend the money, because for the economy to boost, that means people must spend. We have to buy things, we have to spend our money, and it's even difficult to borrow money from the bank right now. So that makes it also difficult for people to spend, because your income is the same, but there is inflation. Prices are rising, and that means the €1 you used to use last year, you can't use the same €1. Does not have the same value today. So that is the problem that we are going through when we are talking about a recession. And that is what the Netherlands is going through right now.
Wow. So we are having inflation.
Yes.
That's what it means.
Price inflation, that means the economy is not growing. Instead of growing, it's declining. And the money we have that we can use does not have the same value as we had yesterday.
Yes. You know, but is that not the same thing happening to the third world countries? Because that's what the third world countries are facing.
Yes, that is true. And
we have the money in our hand, but we cannot buy. When you look at the good purchased by that amount of money, it is very small.
But I think we are a little bit lucky over here, because in the third world country, the inflation is prosperous. You can't. It's like one day one thing may cost €1, and the next day is €5. The way the inflation, you can't compare that to over here. Over here, the inflation is just step by step. It's like with maybe 15 cents, 20 cents. So it's very difficult for people to feel it. But by and by, going to the shop, doing grocery shopping and everything, you will feel it in your pocket.
Exactly. So what do you think has brought the country, or brought this country to this point, as a politician?
Like I said, I don't think it's one reason, but it started with the banks and all of those, and something is spread. It had this effect that is spread all over the world. And actually, if you look to the evaluation and everything that has been done in the European countries, the Netherlands is not that bad. To if you look at other countries in the European Union. Actually, we are blessed if you look at our economy. Meanwhile, though, we are in a recession, but looking at the people being laid off and everything, the percentage is very low compared to other European countries. So somewhere in these dark clouds, dark days, we can still count our blessings. That's how I see it.
Wow. So which areas are currently being tackled by the central and local government in terms of cutbacks, withdrawals of subsidies, and etc. Which areas can you really brief us?
Okay. I will start with I don't know if we used to remember this thing called the idee banners. The people, the Melkert banners of those days, and then now it changed to idee banners, and those are people that they are placed somewhere to work, but the company or the organization gets money from the subsidy from the government to have those people there to work, because otherwise those people are difficult people that you cannot place them in normal places because it's difficult for them to find jobs. And especially a lot of migrants are idee banners. So the money we used to get from the Centrale Staat, from the gemeente Amsterdam, to support these people in having jobs has been stopped.
By the way, why is it that lots of migrants are idee banners? They are in this idee banners.
Oh, that one is
how do you pronounce it?
Idee banners. It's the former Melkert banners. The former Minister Melkert.
So
it's because otherwise it's very difficult, because most of the time there are people who don't have the higher education, and they are it's not easy for you to get them a normal job. So sometimes the government subsidize organizations and companies to have these people to work for them. So they give them some kind of training, a little. Sometimes they are concierges at schools. Sometimes they are the people who working at the beauty house. When you go there, the people at the reception. So those are most of the time the idee banners, and the money being stopped. 1st of January 2012 means that we will have all of these people out of jobs. And those are some of the problems, and especially in Amsterdam Southeast, a lot of the idee banners come from here. So we will have them back. And how do we get at these people? Are they able, all of them, to get an uitkering? Now we also know the new law for the uitkering is also, they are cutting back the uitkering. It's very difficult for you to get an uitkering right now. So those are some of the problems that we are facing because of the economic crisis, or whatever, the cuts of budgets from the Tweede Kamer, then its effects on the gemeente Amsterdam, its effects on the local government.
It's a very big problem there.
It is a very
big problem.
Yes.
So that means that 2012 is not holding something, not holding a good future for us, is that?
There are some a lot of
dark clouds hanging around 2000. My God, we need to pray. I'm telling you, we really need to pray. Somebody out there listening to us, you see, this is an opportunity right now for you to call our young politician and ask any question that is necessary, because you can't push back 2012. It's really coming. It's really coming. No matter how you try to push it back, it's not gonna go back. So you have heard from Miss Amaka that it's not really going to. There's a dark cloud already hanging, but we are trusting God to make a way. So if you are an idea banner worker, you better buckle up.
One good thing though I can say about this problem, we being in the local government, and we know that a lot of those idea banners will fall on our district. We of the pay fund, I had a motion on the budget to for the portray the portray or the what we say the retouder to recruit minimum 50 of these a day banners, because it all costs money, so we said minimum, and see if, because some of them have gotten some little training, to see if with a little more training, courses and all of those things, we can put them in regular jobs. So that is the motion we had for the retouder the retouder has to do that in 2012, to see those are the little things we can do to help some of them, because for out of the source, I think in 2012 the number I think we will get back is 250 Ide banners only in Amsterdam Southeast who will be out of jobs. So those, and out of the 250, we just asked her to try to recruit 250 of them and see how with short courses how she can put them in normal regular jobs.
So these proposals are from BIV and the R.
Yeah, it has been accepted.
But what are the other political parties doing? How are they intending to help these Ide banners?
That one I can only talk for what we did in our party, what we did for the budget. Okay. That's what I know. And
do
what
you
has
already
been
know the people you want to assist?
No, I don't know them by face or by name. No, we don't. We just told the.
Is it going to be done on random sampling? How are you going to determine who must be helped and who mustn't be helped?
There is a database.
Okay.
And in the database, we have. I think you have to use for, if we have 250 Ide banners, at least 50 of them has been having some little courses which have empowered their CV.
Yeah.
You know, if they went there with MBA or one diploma, they have around the way learn something. So those are the people we asked her to choose first, and to see how she can get them in regular jobs, and then see for the rest. We have to see what is coming on our way.
So are there people in regular jobs that will be dropped as well?
Oh yeah, I think people are getting laid off every day. Now we are talking, I know that some people are getting laid off. People which, if their 1 year contract ends, they are not renewing it for them. It is going on. But another motion, proposal we had was, because right now where we see that there are jobs is in the transport world, so the logistic and the transport, and in the healthcare.
Okay.
Those are the places where they are really looking for people, where that we know that there are jobs. And our proposal is that some of these migrants from where we come from, taking care of people, or they have a nurse diploma from their home country, but it's not being validated in this country because.
Yes, exactly.
So what we asked the portfolio holder is to look at, to talk with the ROC next year to see if we can speed them up with, instead of going to school, the full trajectory, a 1 year or 2 year courses, so that they can go and learn, because sometimes they really have the skills already, because taking care of your grandmother is something you just do. You don't go to school for it, so we have the skills, but just we don't have the diploma for it. So to help this, especially, we have a lot of African women here who were nurses or midwives from where they are coming from, and to help them to do it in 1 year or 2 years, so that they can get a diploma, and we can get these people jobs in the verzorging tehuis.
Yeah, but they are not supposed. I mean, somebody that have studied and qualified to be a full-fledged nurse mustn't only just go and work with old people. Because their assignment or their qualification is not only limited to working with old people. I believe the old people's jobs we are doing here is something, just like you have said, is something we already do in Africa. We do those things because our mothers groomed us and taught us how to take care of the old people. And so we don't even need any diploma for that. Anyway,
I know, but
we don't need it.
But we are living in Europe.
Yeah, but for the qualified nurses, why would they still go? Why would you degrade them to go to ROC?
The problem is we have to make
because
a
they
special.
Can work in the hospital.
Yeah, but without the diploma, no hospital is going to take you. We are living in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, a place where even for schoolmark you need a diploma.
Yeah.
You know, it's a paper country. That's something. It's a fact. You cannot go beyond that. So we have to help these people, instead of, because going to nursing courses and all, sometimes it's a 4-year thing, it's longer. But we ask, because most of them, they are mothers and they have to do it. They should be, because they have the experience, and it's because just little petit tactics that they need or traineeship that they need. So we asked the portray to do it in 1 year for them, so that these women can work in the hospitals or can work in the verzorgingshuizen, so that they can. Because I think the best way to fight poverty is having a job.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that we have to empower people to be independent and have their own jobs, and then they can spend when they have a job, they have an income, and the economy will rise again. So
how do we intend to tackle the migrants who have low income as the recession goes? How do we intend to help them? Low income people, yes, because
most of
if Netherlands is now facing inflation, so how do we intend to tackle those who have low income?
Most of the migrants who have low income got to do because of their education level. So those are the people who fall in the qualification of getting empowered and getting a higher education level or doing something better. Another part is most of the time they are little facilities with money for people who have low income and single parenthood and all of those things. But most of the time the migrants, we don't know how to claim those things. Okay. Because, for example, for a single mother with maybe sons or growing up sons who wants to play football or do other culture things, but she has not got the money to pay the tuition for that. Yeah. There is, Amsterdam has this, we call it a portray, this little money budget that they can claim by filling in a form and proving that you have a low income. So that those are the little things that you can do to help yourself, so that as a single parent or somebody with a low income, you can help your family by surviving. So those are the things I think we should emphasize more and make it known to the migrant public, so that they can also claim this little money and survive.
So how would they be able to know which locket to go for the claiming of this money?
There is
because
I think
many
every
of them seem
Stadsdale,
very ignorant.
Every Stadsdale has an information locket, and over here we have our Stadsdale here in Southos. So if you go there and at the locket, information locket, you ask your questions, they will direct you to the place to go. So there is and especially what we are doing in some Southeast, what other districts don't have, is the Kansrijk project, going to the homes behind the door, asking of people of their problems, their debts problems. And if you come in, we had 2-3 years ago, we had a motion, because in the beginning Kansrijk was only attacking the debts of people. But we said if you come, once the family has accepted you in their house, means they trust you. So they should try and go a little bit more further and ask the parents or the mother or the father of the social problems, what's going on in the house, because sometimes people, apart from debts, there is more problems going on. They don't raising up their children. They have a lot of problems. So we asked Kansrijk to do. Kansrijk, they are not professionals who can, but they know how to direct these people to the professional help that they need.
So this people we are rendering help to are only documented migrants. So the undocumented migrants, that's where the problem is. So what plans are we making for them? Because they are also in the country. So how do we intend to help them? Because they cannot go out there and just be under this cold, sleep out, or not having even food to eat. And some of them have no opportunity to work. So what provisions have been made for them?
I will be a very big liar and a bad politician if I say that we make policies for undocumented migrants. It's not possible. We don't do that. So I will not lie to you and say that there are policies for undocumented migrants, but I know that they are.
Are you ignoring the fact that they don't exist?
I know I'm not ignoring. I know I live in Amsterdam, so I know they do exist. But it's just like legally, we can't do that. So to legal forms, there are no. But I know that being an undocumented migrant in Amsterdam Southeast, I think most of them prefer. Maybe we're being here because of their harassment. We don't harass them a lot. And an undocumented migrant having a child, that child has the right and all the facilities that any other child has. That one is true. The child has the right to go to school, and when that child is sick, has the right of health care. That one is a fact.
Okay.
For undocumented migrant, their children. But does not mean that that will give the child a document to stay in this country or whatever. But there are facilities to help that undocumented person's child. Those are the things that are there. They are not legal ways or any policy on it, but they are informal ways that we all know that they do exist.
Wow.
So those are the things that I can only say. But to be honest, to say that there is this policy that we are doing for other, it's not possible because legally it's impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, listeners out there, we invite you to call. Call us, please. Call us on 020-737 and 1619. I repeat, 020-737-1619. We are on the topic discussing surviving the current crisis as migrant in South Oost and in Netherlands as a whole. We take a short break right now.